It's after 10 o'clock and I still haven't had a coffee. We have to rectify that right away, which gives me a good opportunity to show you how to make the best, fastest cup of coffee ever. Not just the best, not just the fastest, but the fastest, best cup of coffee ever with one of the simplest devices. First off, we got to start with some beans. Fresh beans are essential to a great cup of coffee. I got a few in here. I don't know what else is in there right at the moment, but we're going to go with my Zavita Organica beans there. So let's get those out right now. Premium fresh beans and grinding them fresh before you make your coffee is an essential first step. I keep my beans in these glass mason jars because it keeps them fresh, and I love the smell of them when I open them. You don't need a fancy, expensive coffee grinder. This little Hamilton Beach coffee grinder is about $13, $14. I'll put a link below on Amazon if you want to check it out. It's a great little coffee grinder. I set it to espresso because I want a fine grind here, and then you've got basically the timer is just the settings for how many cups. So presumably you'd have more coffee in per more cups. So mine's set at 4 because we just have 1 scoop for 1 cup coffee. Turn it upside down, give it a tap. Comes with its own little brush. Clean out the extra grounds, make sure we got all our fresh ground coffee ready to go in to our little coffee maker. And now we got to show you the coffee maker. This is it here. Totally disassembled. You might recognize it when I put it together. This is the AeroPress. One of the best inventions for coffee ever. And my favorite coffee maker. Now normally when you use an AeroPress, you take your cup, you put it down, the AeroPress takes these little coffee filters here, these little discs. They're not very big, they're not very expensive either. Just goes in the bottom here, and then it just twists on to the bottom of that, sits on your cup. You put your coffee into the top of the AeroPress here, then you pour your hot water in from your kettle, you wait your desired time, and then you use the other half of it, the plunger here, and that goes on the top like that, and then you just push down and it strains out your coffee through the coffee filter. Works great. However, there is a better way to use an AeroPress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off for a moment, because what we're going to do is we're going to assemble the AeroPress a little differently. I'm going to put it together before I put the grounds in, like so. This is the inverted method of using the AeroPress. So I'm going to put the coffee in the top, right up here. Then we're going to pour our hot water in from the kettle. And I'm going to let it sit for 3 minutes. 3 minutes is my favorite steep time. I've experimented with it. Some people say to go 4, some people go as much as 5. Similar to a French press, you want that steep time with the coffee and you get a really rich, full-bodied coffee. As I said, I like 3 minutes. That's what we're going to go with here. Okay, so I just ran over, turned the kettle on, because obviously we're going to need some boiling water. So you boil your kettle. While that's going on, you take your coffee grounds, you take the included funnel that comes with the AeroPress, you just empty your coffee grounds up here into the AeroPress. I just use the brush from the grinder to get that all cleaned out in there, make sure we're not losing any grounds. Put the lid back on my grinder and move it out of the way. Now we've got the AeroPress all ready to go to use the inverted method to make the best, fastest cup of coffee ever. Once your kettle is boiled, catch it right when it boils. So you've got piping hot water. You want the hottest water possible. And I just pour it around the circumference of this funnel because it kind of cleans the funnel for me while I'm pouring. And then before it's full, It's kind of cleaned it off, and then it's ready for the next time. Then I just fill up the AeroPress almost to the brim there, and then what you want to use is the AeroPress stir stick. Comes with the AeroPress as well. You just give the grinds in there and the water a little stir so that you're getting them all mixed up. Then I set my timer to 3 minutes. I hit start. While we're waiting, we can put the lid on the top. And the lid has our filter in it. I'll put my filters away while the timer's counting down. There's our timer going off. That's 3 minutes. And then all you have to do is take the AeroPress and you invert it right side up onto your coffee cup and you just press it. I put one hand over the other, do it however you want. This is how I tend to do it. And like a plunger, you just push it slowly down till it reaches the bottom. You'll start to hear the air hissing as it's getting near the end and it's pushing out. There's no more water to go through the grinds. And it's that easy to make an amazing cup of coffee in a few minutes. What I do from there is I just top it up to the top of my cup with water from the kettle, because you almost have an espresso is about the full grinds for half a cup there. So if you like your coffee really strong, you can drink it that way. I just top it up to the top and then you got a nice full-bodied cup of coffee. There you go, folks. Start to finish, about 5 minutes. 3 minutes brew time. Might have taken me a couple minutes to grind the beans and do the press, but perfect cup of coffee, fast and easy. Absolutely delicious. You gotta try the inverted AeroPress method for yourself. You'll be thanking me if you do.